One, two, three. Welcome to Arlington Yankee Alternate Universe. Replay will begin against 1988 MLB season. And just to let you know, they're not going to be outdone as the Boston Red Sox have entered the sports time machine, and they will go ahead and battle the 1988 American League Schedule 2 as they both will go hand in hand through the 88 season and see if they both can win 100 games like they did in 78. As today, the New York Yankees take on the Texas Rangers. Today, Ron Guidry on the mound for the Yankees takes on Charlie Huff. Huff, 15 and 16, 3.32 ERA. He is the ace on this Texas team. 202 hits, 252 innings. He walks a lot, 126 and 174 strikeouts with 20 home runs. We'll be using super advanced rules with ballpark effects and playing with and clutch. So singles here at Arlington Stadium is 1 to 11. Home runs are 1 to 9, and we will be rolling our dice on the game. The Rangers have take the field. Espy in left, Brower in center, Sierra in right, Bouchel at third, Fletcher at short, Wilkerson at second, and O'Brien at first. On the catcher is Mike Stanley. On the mound, the knuckleballer, the right-hander Charlie Huff. For the New York Yankees, it will be Mickey Rivers leading off, followed by Willie Randolph batting second, Thurman Munson behind the plate, Reggie Jackson's your DH, Chris Chambliss at first, Greg Nettles at third, Lou Pennell is playing right, Roy White in left, and Bucky Dent is your shortstop. Injuries are a part of this. They're not as played because we're playing with two teams from different years. So they'll have some different lineups. Injuries will help with usage in play. Are we ready for baseball alternate universe? 1978 Yankees, 1978 Red Sox. We'll begin with the Yankees in Texas. The Red Sox first games are against the Tigers. We'll probably see that as an upload later tonight. Here's Rivers. He will lead off for the Yankees. As he steps up to the plate, he'll spend some time in Texas after his Yankee career. So Rivers gets the lead off. Charlie Huff on the mound. Texas will be controlled by the AI. So here's the first pitch. It's a 2-4. It's a 9, and that's a base hit for Mickey Rivers. So Mickey Rivers is on with the base hit. 2-4. 11. That is a 9 on the split, and a base hit for Rivers. So he's on at first in, nobody out. Rivers does have speed. He'll try to get a jump. Stanley's a +3, -2 to hold, so it should be an even on Rivers. Let's see if he gets the jump or not. And he doesn't, so he gets a 55% chance at stealing second. He'll stay where he's at for right now. And here is Willie Randolph, 279, 3 homers, 42 RBIs. Runner on first, nobody out. Here's the pitch. 6-4. That's a deep drive to left field. That could go. Let's see if Randolph has any power. 6-4. Home run on a 5. It's gone. Is it stay fair? No, it's a base hit. He's a W. So Rivers goes first to third. And the Yankees have first and third and nobody out. So now here's Thurman Munson. 297, 6 homers, 71 ribbies. So the Yankees start off strong. First and third, nobody out. Rangers will play the infield back. They're going to try for 2. Stanley puts down the sign. Charlie Huff from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 4-9, 5 ball center field. Brower should have it. He should make a catch. This should score Rivers without a throw, and does. Yankees lead 1-0. And now here's number 44, Reggie Jackson. 274, 27 homers, 97 ribbies. Runner on first, 1 out. Yanks up 1-0. Stanley behind the plate. Huff from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 5-6. Struck him out looking. Jackson on strikes. Could not hit the knuckleball. 2 away. So now here is Chris Chambliss, 274, 12 homers, 90 RBIs. Stanley puts down the sign. Huff from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 3-3, single 1-11. That's an 8-base hit for Chambliss. So he's getting the ballpark base hits today are the Yanks. Again, they'll advance 1 base. Randolph will stop at second. And it's first and second, 2 outs. For number 9, Greg Nettles, 276, 27 homers, 93 ribbies. 2 on, 2 outs. Stanley sets the target. Huff from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 5-4, single 1-11, and Nettles gets himself a ballpark base hit. The third ballpark base hit of the ball game for the Yanks. That's an 8, single 1-11, and the Yankees have the bases loaded. So bases loaded Yanks, 2 outs, and now here's Lou Piniella. Piniella, 314 hitters, 6 home runs, 69 ribbies. Solid hitter. Nettles, has a couple clutch hits on the card. Huff trying to survive this inning. Yanks have a run on 4 hits. There's 2 outs. Stanley puts down the sign. Huff from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 3-8, ground ball to third. Picked up by Bouchel. Comes up, throws them out, and the Yanks will leave the runners bases loaded. 1 run, 4 hits, nobody left. It's 1-0 Yanks. So we go to the bottom of the first. What a start here at the ballpark here in the Bronx. The Yanks take on the Rangers as we play game 1 of the 1988 season featuring the 78 Yanks. So, for the Rangers, Bob Brower leads off. He'll be followed by Scott Fletcher, then Ruben Sierra at right, Pete O'Brien at first, Pete Incaviglia as your DH, Cecil Epps left, Mike Stanley behind the plate, Steve Bouchel at third, and Kurt Wilkerson at second. Yankees defense, White, Rivers, Piniella, Nettles, Dent, Randolph, Chambliss, Munson behind the plate, and Guidry on the mound. This is Guidry's magic 25-3 season. 1.7 ERA. Here's Bob Brower. Here's the pitch. Here's the pitch. 2-9 ground ball to short. That is Dent. Comes up cleanly, throws out, and there's 1 out. This is going to be a cards and dice / PC season. I got the 88 season already, so what I'm probably going to do is print out the 78 Red Sox and Yankees and probably pull them out and play. Have not done that yet. So the first couple series will be on the PC. So here is Scotty Fletcher. 276, no homers, 47 ribbies. He's a little right-handed slap hitter. Munson sets the target. Here's the pitch from Guidry. 1-9 and hit him with a pitch. So Fletcher hit by a pitch. So Guidry slider rode him inside. Fletcher will take first. And he'll now bring up Ruben Sierra. Sierra, 254 hitter, 23 homers, 91 RBIs. 3 L's. So he definitely gets left-handed pitching. Switch hitter. Munson sets the target. Guidry from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Here's a 4-8. Struck him out. Slider inside. Sierra went at it. 2 away. And now here is P.D. O'Brien, 272, 16 homers, 71 RBIs. Good swing, has a good bat. Favored righties a little bit more than lefties. So run on first, 2 outs after a hit batsman. Munson sets the target. Guidry from the stretch. That's a 3-3 ground ball down the first. Chambliss has got it, takes it to the bag, and that's all for the Rangers in the first. It's 1-0 Yanks. We go to the second. So top of second, here big ballpark in Arlington Stadium, Dallas, Fort Worth. The Yankees lead by a run. Top of the second, Yankees left the bases loaded in the first and getting 4 hits. Here's Roy White, 269, 8 homers, 43 RBIs. Switch hitter batting from the left-hand side. Stanley sets the target. Huff from the windup. Here's the pitch. That's a foul ball. Strike 1. Huff looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. 3-8, 5 ball center field. Brower is there. Comes in and makes the catch. As for the Rangers defensively, Epsy, Brower, and Sierra, 2-3-2. Then it's Buechele, Fletcher, Wilkerson, O'Brien, 2-3, 3-2. Stanley's a 4 behind the plate plus 3 arms. He'll run on Stanley. And then he got Charlie Huff's a 1-6. So overall, Rangers are a pretty good defensive ball team. Here's Bucky Dent. Dent comes to the batter. 243, 5 home runs. Stanley sets the target. Here's the pitch by Charlie Huff, 4-5, fly ball center field. That's Brower, comes in and makes the catch for out number 2. And now here is Mickey Rivers, 1 for 1, singled and scored the lone run in the first. Stanley puts down the target. Huff with the windup. Here's the pitch to Mick. 1-8, ground ball to short. Fletcher's got it. Got to make quick out of it. Rose got him. Yanks 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Yanks. And now here's Petey Incaviglia, 249 hitter, 22 homers, 54 RBIs. Good looking hitter. Has a big strike zone. So he's a swing and miss type guy. Has the modern type guy who will get a home run or strike out. Munson sets the target. Here's the pitch by Gator. 4-7 and a walk. Guidry loses him on that 4-7. Now he's susceptible to walks in that area. So that 7 being a common number to roll. Now here's SB. 248, 2 homers, 39 RBIs. Let's see if there's anything on the havoc. Incaviglia not running. Munson sets the target. Guidry from the stretch. That's a 5-10. Ground ball to short. Let's see if they can turn 2 with Dent. Dent's a 214. Let's see if Dent can turn it. Anything high should get it. It's a 13. There's a G1. It's a 14 and turns a double play. Dent to Randolph the Chambliss for 2. And now here is Mike Stanley, young-looking, promising catcher. 3 homers, 27 RBIs, hitting 229. Munson sets the target. Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch to Stanley. Fair ball. 5-8. Struck him out. Rod Guidry with a slider breaking inside. And Texas goes 3 up, 3 down. We go to the third. 1-0 New York. And now here is Randolph, followed by Munson and Jackson. Yankees still up 1-0, top 3. Charlie Huff out there. Let's look at Charlie Huff's by the numbers. As his point of weakness, let's see what he's at. He is at an 8. He can give the Rangers 260-plus innings, so he's a horse out there. Stanley puts down the sign. Huff with the windup. Here's the pitch to Randolph. 4-10, fly ball center field. Brower's a 3-10. Now, I talked about threes before on broadcast. That's a 1-6 to get a single. So you get 30% chance. It's a 12. You'll come in and field it on a 12 and mix the catch, and there's one way. And now here's the catcher, Thurman Munson. Sacrifice fly RBI his first time up. The lone run of this ballgame. Stanley sets the target. Huff with the windup. Here's the pitch to Munson. 5-10 and walked Munson. So 5-10 walk. Will walk the captain. He's on at first with 1 out. And here's Reginald Martinez Jackson. Struck out his first time up. Stanley sets in the target. Huff from the stretch. Munson not much of a threat to steal. Here's the pitch. 5-7. Ground ball to second. Let's see if they can get. Oh, Munson goes to second. And it looks like that's a balk. So he'll go to second on a balk. So again, I think that's what they called it on him. Let's look at the official score and see what they called. It was a balk on Huff. So Munson takes second. Runner on second, 1 out. Jackson still the bat. He will now come up with a base open. Stanley sets the target. Huff from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 1-7. He walks him. I think Huff worked around him. And now there's 2 on and 1 out. And it brings up Chris Chambliss. Singled his first time up. Yankees 2 on, 1 out. Top of the third. Alternate universe 1978 Yankees and Red Sox replay. As I think these both teams who are dominant in 78 get a chance to see what they do 10 years later against the competition. Stanley sets the target. Huff from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fair ball. 5-7. Ground ball to second. Let's see if Wilkerson could turn 2 this time again. Take 2. He's a 3-26. Not many errors on there. It's a 2 if he rolls high. It's an 18. That's a double play ball. On a 6, turns a double play. 4-6-3. Yankees are out in the third. 2.5 to play. 1-0 Yanks. We go to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third here at the big ballpark in Texas. Yankees up 1-0. Rangers will now set up to the plate. Steve Buechele, Curtis Wilkerson, and Bob Brower. Buechele, a 250 hitter, 16 home runs, 58 RBIs. Good fixture here at third base for the Rangers. Munson sets the target. Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch. 2-11. That's a deep drive down to left field. That could be trouble. Back goes White at the track. Makes the catch. Oh, he hit a shot. But the ballpark kept it in on a 16-1 away. So now here is Curtis Wilkerson, the second baseman, 293, no homers, 28 RBIs. Munson sets the target. Guidry with the windup and the pitch. 2-8, ground ball to third. That is Nettles, comes up and throws a strike to get Wilkerson at first, 2 away. And now here's Bob Brower. Brower in the game, 200 at-bats, 7 doubles, a homer, 11 RBIs, 0 for 1. Ground down his first time up. Munson sets. Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch. 3-7 and draws the walk on that 3-column full walk. So Brower will take first base. Let's see what kind of speed he has being a leadoff hitter. I will bring up Scott Fletcher, the contact shortstop. Brower will take a lead. Guidry -2, Guidry -1. It'll be a -5 for Brower to run. They don't try to run. Munson sets the target. Guidry again working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Fletcher. 2-10, single 1-12. No, good play by Dent. He made a leaping catch and robbed Fletcher of a base hit. It was a 19 single 1-12. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left at the end of 3. 1-0 New York as we head to the 4th inning. Arlington, Texas. 1978 versus 1988 alternate universe replay. Here's Greg Nettles, followed by Lou Piniella and Roy White. Nettles 1 for 1. Stanley sets the target. Huff looks in. Here's the pitch. Not a fair ball. It stayed on the table. Ground ball first base. O'Brien has it. He waves off Huff and makes the play. Bag 1 away. So 1 away. Here's Piniella. He's 0 for 1. Ground out his first time up. He ended the Yankee inning where they scored 1 run on 4 hits and left the bases loaded. Stanley sets the target. Huff with the windup. Here's the pitch. 1-10 base hit. Piniella wraps it through the left and right hand sides. Buechele and Fletcher. Espy comes up and Pinella's on at first. 5th hit for the Yanks here in the 4th. And here is the switch hitter, Roy White. Flied out his first time up. Stanley sets the target. Huff from the stretch looks in. Here's the pitch. 4-11 fly ball left field. That's Espy. Let's see if he's able to make the play. He's a 2-12. 2 is pretty good. And is that a 6 or a 9? That is a 9er. So a 9. He'll make the catch on a 9 and makes the catch. 2 away. Espy retired. Here is Bucky Dent. So 2 outs. Dent is batter. Yankees, Rangers, top of the 4th. Alternate Yankees, Rangers, alternate universe replay where I'm playing the Yankees. And yes, I'm playing the Red Sox. Because to me, they're the finest 2 teams in baseball that year. So we're going to see how they do 10 years later in against the 88 competition. Dent the hitter. Stanley from the stretch. Huff looks in. 4-8 fly ball left field. That's Espy mixed the catch, and the Yanks are down the 4th. No runs, no hits. 1 runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 1-0 New York. So Guidry comes in working the bottom of the 4th. It will be Sierra, O'Brien, Incaviglia for the Rangers. They're middle of this order. So here is Sierra. Munson sets the target. Guidry with the windup and the pitch. 6-8 fly ball left field. White is there. Makes the catch, and you got 1 out. So big play there. Here's Petey. 0 for 1. Ground out his first time up. Munson sets in the target. Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's a 2-2. Deep drive ball down the right field line. That's trouble. Piniella is back at the line. Makes the catch. 2-2. Home run won the 9. 17 is the roll, and Piniella had room. Again, Arlington's not allowing a lot of home run balls, 45%. Second time against Guidry, the ball gotten out there, but it's died out in the tracks. 2 outs in the fourth. Here's Incaviglia. Walked his first time up. One of the 2 lone base runners for the Rangers. Munson puts down the target. Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch. 3. Oh, he hit him with a pitch. So Incaviglia hit by a pitch, and he will take first. So now brings up the left fielder, Cecil Espy. Runner on first, 2 outs. Guidry walks around the mound from the stretch. Munson puts down the target. Guidry looks in. Here's the pitch to Espy. 1-10, base hit Espy. That's the first hit for the Rangers. That's going to be a 5. Double on a 1 will be a long single. Incaviglia will take third, and the Rangers got first and third and 2 outs. So first and third, 2 outs. Now Mike Stanley needs to come in with a clutch hit. He does get 2 clutch hits on his card. So now the former, who will be a Yankee in his later career, comes up early, and they're going to try to steal Espy from first. Let's see. That is an interesting call, and it's a 10 not in time. They stole that one on Guidry, I believe. So now second and third with 2 outs. The running Rangers will try to get something going. Second and third, 2 outs. Munson from the stretch. Guidry from the move. Here it is. 1-4-5 ball center field. He may have swung out before. That's Rivers. Makes the catch in the Rangers strand 2. No runs, 1 hit, a hit batsman, 2 left. We play 4-1-0 Yanks. We go to the top of the 5th. Top of the 5th inning. It'll now be Rivers, Randolph, and Munson the bat here. Rivers 1 for 2 with the run scored. Stanley sets the target. Huff looks in. Here's the pitch, and that's a foul ball. Rivers 1 for 2, the lone run scored. Stanley puts it down. Huff with the windup. Here's the pitch. 6-10, ground ball to third. That is Buechele. Buechele is a 2E18. Let's see if the 18 affects him. He's a 12. He comes up, throws, got him. 11 was the error, not the 10. So 1 quick out, and it brings up Randolph. He's 1 for 2. Stanley sets the target. Huff with the windup. Here's the pitch. 1-9, ground ball to short. Good throw there by Fletcher. Throws him out to first, and that's 2 outs. Here's Munson. Munson so far in the ball game has a sacrifice fly with the lone RBI and walked. So Munson's been on and kind of had an effective day so far. Stanley sets the target. Huff with the windup. Here's the pitch. 6-4. There's a drive to deep right field. Not sure if Munson is going to be an end home run or not. If not, it's a double off the wall. Here it is. 1-9. It's a 6. Does he get out of here? No, it's a long single for Munson. So Munson hits a long single. He's not an end against righty. So runner on first and 2 outs, and here's Jackson. 0 for 1 with a walk. Stanley sets the target. Huff from the stretch. Munson to get a secondary lead, gets off on the pitch. Here it is, 1-10, ground ball to second. That's Wilkerson. He comes up, throws it to O'Brien. Yanks are done in the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 1-0 Yanks. So now it's Buechele, Wilkerson, Brower, the bat for the Yankees here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And now Steve Buechele, followed by Curtis Wilkerson and Bob Brower. Guidry in his 5th inning of work. Munson sets the target. Here's the pitch from Gator. 4-6, single 1-9. That's an 11. Dent with a nice play to his left. So nice play there by Ron Guidry. Single 1-9, rolled the 11. So Dent was right there with a nice play. Here's Wilkerson. Wilkerson 0 for 1. Munson sets the target. Guidry at the windup. Here's the pitch. 1-4 and struck him out. Wilkerson doesn't strike out much, but he struck out that time. That is a big strikeout. 2 outs here in the 5th and brings up the top of the order. Brower. He's grounded out and walked. Guidry looks in. Gets a sign from Munson. Looks in. Here's the windup and deals. 3-3, single 1-11. That's a base hit. Bob Brower with a base ballpark single, 111, and rolled a 9. So Brower's on at first base with 2 outs, hit number 2 for the Rangers. Here is Scott Fletcher, a slap happy second baseman. 0 for 1 hit by a pitch and lined out. Munson sets a target. Guidry from the stretch. Runner on first, 2 outs. Brower off on contact. Here's the pitch. 3-7 is a possible single. 1 to 4, I believe that is. That's a 20. And no, it's a liner that makes the easy play. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We played 5. 1-0 Yanks. We head to the 6th. 1-0 Yanks. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Take a second identification here. This is game of the day as we go to the 1978/1988 alternate universe replay as the Yankees enter the time machine to see how they do 10 years later against MLB competition. Of course, this is the Red Sox, too. They will be featured. Their first series of the year is against the Detroit Tigers, a fine-looking 1988 ball team. Stanley sets the target. Huff with the windup. Here's the pitch. 2-11, line drive to short, first out. So first out in the 6th. And now here's Greg Nettles. Nettles is 1 for 2 with a single, had that back in the 1st. Stanley sets the target. Huff with the windup. Here's the pitch. 6-6, single 1 to 8. Not so fast. That's a line drive to Wilkerson and 2 outs. Charlie Huff is really dominating the pitching side of it right now. He had a rough first inning where he pitched to 7 batters and gave up a run on 4 hits, and that's held up so far. Here's Pennell. He's 1 for 2. Had a single back in the 4th. Stanley sets the target. Huff with the windup. Here's the pitch. 4-3, fly ball left field. That is SB. He's a 2E12. The 2 you can usually get away with. It's a 20, but let's see what the 16 does. And it drops on SB. SB cannot make the play. Pennell is on. E7 for Cecil SB. So Pennella extends the inning as SB drops the ball. Roy White will now come up. He's 0 for 2. He's flied out twice. Stanley sets the target. Huff from the stretch. Here's a big pitch of the ball game. 5-9, fly ball left field. SB's there. Close the glove this time, and the Yankees are done the 6th. No runs, no hits, an error, 1 left. 5.5 in the books. It's 1-0 Yanks. Bottom of the 6th. Baseball here at Arlington Stadium as the 78 Yanks enter the wormhole and play the 88 MLB competition and the 88 Yankees schedule. We'll also see again the Red Sox doing the exact same thing going 10 years later and playing the 88 Red Sox Morgan Magic team and see if they can win the 100 games also. Here is Ruben Sierra. He's a switch hitter, followed by O'Brien and Cavili. This is the power of the Ranger lineup. Munson sets the target. Guidry looks on. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. Guidry. Munson puts in a target. Guidry at the windup. Here's the pitch. 2-9. That's a drive in the gap left center field. That's off the top of the wall. White gets it back in. Sierra will cruise in the 2nd with a double. Leadoff double, Ruben Sierra. So now runner on 2nd and nobody out. Here's Pete O'Brien. His job is to get the ball to the right side. Randolph and Chandler are. Munson sets the target. Lefty-lefty matchup. Guidry from the stretch. And it's going to be a 4-7. And against a lefty, it's not a walk. Against a righty, it is. Ground ball second base. That's Randolph, 1E20. That should get the runner to 3rd. It's a 7, so it's a G1 on an 8, no error. And yes, Sierra moves to 3rd. Runner on 3rd, 1 out. The Yankees will. The computer says infield in. Do you put all the money because of Incavili being a hard hitter? Where's his A+? He doesn't. He does. He has a B+. He has to roll a 312 or a bullet sign on the defensive side to get the run home. So they're going to play the infield in. Guidry probably can strike out Incavili easier. Munson sets. Guidry looks in. Already has a favorable count on Incavili. Here's the pitch. 110 and struck him out. That's what Pete Incaviglia does. Large strike zone, and Guidry made him fish with that slider. 2 away, and here is Cecil Espy. Espy comes up 1 for 2. He ground out and double play in the second and single in the fourth. So Sierra dancing off at third. 2 outs. Munson puts down a target. Guidry from the stretch. Here's the big pitch of the ball game. 6-7 struck him out looking. SB down on strikes, and the Yankees get out of the 6. No runs up, 1 hit, a double. Runner left on third. We go to the 7th. It's 1-0 Yankees. Top 7th here. Beatles internally. Hello, Beatles. Welcome aboard. You're new. Let's go ahead and give you some advance notice. This is a New York Yankee 1978 going against the 1988 schedule, as I'm also doing the 1927 Yankees versus the 2002 Yankees schedule. This is going to be the Yankees of 78 taking on the 88 Yankees schedule. And then you'll see the Red Sox, the same team that won 100 games in 78, play the 88 Boston schedule against their opponents. So there'll be 2 different teams playing in this replay to see if both teams can win 100 games 10 years later. So here is Bucky Dent, 0 for 2, and we're in the top of the 7th. Stanley sets the target. Huff from the stretch, or from the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 1-11. That's a line drive to third. Nice play by Steve Buechele. So Buechel's out, 1 away. Here is Mick, 1 for 3, runs scored. Harley Huff has been absolute strong. He's only got up 6 hits through 6 in the third. Stanley sets the target. Huff with the windup. Here's the pitch to Rivers. 3-7, base hit, Mick the Quick. So Mickey has himself a base hit. His second hit of the ball game, first hit since the first. So Rivers now on board. 7th hit for the Yanks. And now let's see what kind of speed Mickey Rivers has. He's going to try to get the jump. He does not. Again, he'll have a 55% chance at stealing second. But Willie Randolph will come up. He singled back in the first inning. Yankees had 4 hits in the first, getting their only run. Stanley sets. Huff from the stretch now. Gets the sign from Stanley. Here's the pitch. 110. Again, that's a ballpark single. And Willie Randolph gets the job done. Ballpark singles are 1-11. Roll the 5, and that's a base hit for Randolph. His second hit. Rivers moves to second, and there's 2 on and 1 out. And now here's the catcher, Munson. He sacrificed fly with lone RBI in the first. Walked in the third, singled in the 5th. Good ball game for Munson so far. 2 on, 1 out in the 7th. Yankees trying to pad their lead a little bit here. And they got a second and third. How about that? Another balk. That's a second balk on Huff as he's taking it up with the home plate umpire. Huff cannot believe it. The home plate umpire, Larry Barnett, just called another balk, the second of the ball game on Huff. The umpires are Barnett behind the plate, Cousins at first, Rowe at second, and Kosk at third. Home plate umpire pulled up the arms, and Rivers and Randolph took the free pass. Now the Rangers have to play the infield in. Second and third, 1 out. Munson now a huge opportunity on a hit. Let's see if Huff has to be careful not to throw the wild pitch. Stanley sets the target. Huff looks in. Here's a sign of Randolph. 5-10 and walks him. Oh, my. Huff walks off the mound ejected. Bases loaded, 1 out in the 7th. And here is Jackson. So Reggie's the batter. Bases loaded, 1 out. Yanks lead 1-0. Infield stays in. Anything hit out the fielders, they'll come home for the out. Stanley sets the target, puts it down. Huff from the stretch. Let's see if Huff can throw that knuckleball and get a strikeout on Jackson. Here's the pitch. 5-9, fly ball, shallow left field. SB comes in, makes the catch. Rivers will throw a doubt and a targeted a strike from SB. He threw a strike into Stanley. So Rivers tees coming home, and now there's 2 outs. Here's Chambliss. 1-4-3. Yankees left the bases loaded in the first. Again, a chance here in the 7th. Stanley puts down a sign. Huff from the stretch. Yankees looking to pad this lead here in the seventh. Huff looks in. Here's the pitch. 4-5, fly ball right field. Sierra is there, makes the catch, and that's all for the Yanks. They leave the bases loaded again. Get up and stretch, get up and hug somebody. It's 1-0 Yankees. So the Yankees really struggling here. The Yankees have left 10 men on base, while the Rangers have left 6. Last of the seventh here in Arlington. Stanley, Bouchel, and Wilkerson for the Rangers. Ron Guidry still only giving up 3 hits so far and then going the 7th inning of work. Munson sets the target. Guidry looks in. Here's the windup. The Stanley 1-11 ground ball. That could be the first injury of the season. Stanley's going to try to leg it out. Is he hurt? Yes, he does. He is going to be hurt. He'll probably be out for the remaining part of the series. So we'll see who the Rangers substitute at the bottom of this inning. It's Steve Bouchel with 1 out. Munson sets the target. Guidry looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Bouchel. 1-10, base hit center field. So Bouchel is on, running on first and 1 out. That's base hit number 4 for the Rangers. And now here's the second baseman, Curtis Wilkerson. So now here we go. It will now be Wilkerson is 0 for 2. So Wilkerson comes in kind of a punch hitter. No home runs, 300 at-bats. He hits lefties pretty well in the lineup. Actually prefers righties. Munson sets. Guidry, runner on first and 1 out. Here's the pitch to Wilkerson. 3-10. There's a double play ball. Dead's got it. Over to Randolph to Chambliss. Turns 2. Double play. So the new catcher for the Rangers is a gentleman by name of C. So S-E-E. Never heard of him, to be honest. His name is Larry C. He only had 23 at-bats. He was the only guy to come in. So now we look at this team and see why. Gino Petralli should have probably come in. He's a 5R. He's a +2 and a better hitter. So you know what? I'm going to make an executive decision, bring Gino Petralli in the game. So Gino Petralli will come in. He's the lone last catcher left on the bench. He's a 4E2 +2. So now here comes Huff in the 8th inning. This is Huff's inning of weakness. 1-0 Yanks. 1 run, 8 hits. Rangers, no runs, 4 hits. A lone error by SB. Here's Nettles. He's 1 for 3. Petralli sets the target. Huff with the wind-up. Foul ball off the desk. Strike 1. Petralli sets the target. Huff looks in. Here's the pitch. 4-7. Ground ball to short. That's Fletcher. Solid shortstop. He's a 3-14. Again, rolls 1-4. That's 17. Makes the play there on a 12 and does. Nice job by Scott Fletcher. Here's Piniella, 1 for 3. Single back in the 4th. Cardiac baseball. Something Clinton Parks talks about here. Top of the 8th, 1 out. Nip and tuck game. Petralli sets the target. Huff with the windup. Here's the pitch. 3-5 single for Piniella. He gets his second hit of the ball game. Runner on first and 1 man out. Another 2 hits could knock out Huff here. And now here's Roy White. So Piniella not too speedy, but he'll have his numbers. He's being held on. So Petralli sets the target. Huff from the stretch. White is 0 for 3. Here we go. 2-10. Another ballpark chance. 1-11. That's a 1. He lays right field in front of Sierra. The only way they're going to go is 90 feet. Piniella will stop at second, and the Yankees got 2 on and 1 out. So the Yankees really putting some pressure on the Rangers here in the 8th. Ranger bullpen's really going to have to start getting loose. And now here is Bucky effing Dent. You would think his middle name was Fred. 0 for 3. Petralli sets the target. Huff from the stretch puts down the sign. 2 Yankees on, 1 man out. Huff trying to survive the 8th inning. He has stretched this 6-7 and a walk, and now do it for Huff. So here comes the Texas manager, probably Bobby Valentine or something, and that will do it. Dent's on base. Bases loaded, 1 out. Let's see. Will come in for the Rangers. The pitch to Mickey Rivers. Rivers 2 for 4. He has sandwich hits in the 1st and 7th inning. Ground out in 2nd, the 5th. Next pitcher will be Jeff Russell, a tough man, 10-9, 3.82 ERA. He had 183 hits in 189 innings. Holy smokes. Was that a starter year for Russell? I guess when I had a look down, I thought that was one of his closing years. Russell made 24 starts, so he's going to come in relief here. And not too bad. Oh, he dominates righties. Lefties, not too bad. A couple bombs there. So let's see what the Yanks can do. Bases loaded, 1 out. Russell now. Let's see if the Yanks can poke in a run, or are they going to strand more? Petrali sets the target. Russell from the stretch. Bases loaded. Here's the swing. 2-9. Strike him out. And Mickey, of all that fun stuff in the 2 column, could not find anything there. So Russ got him. There's 2 outs, and hit Randolph. He's 2 for 4. 2 for 4 of a single in the first, single in the 7th. So he sandwiched 2 hits in front of a fly out and ground out. Yankees now needing a huge hit from Willie. He is a little under clutch. He loses 2 hits deep in the 3 column. Petrali sets the target. Russell from the stretch. They have to stay away from Russell's cards. Almost instant death. It is 5-12. Fly ball left field. The Yankees are going to strand the bases loaded again. Espy there makes the catch. And the Yankees strand 3 more. This is like a bad episode of Gilligan's Island. Yankees 1, Texas nothing. Oh my. The Yankees so far have left 13. Rangers have left 6. 3-hour tour. Yankees 1, Texas nothing. So Brower followed by Fletcher and Sierra. Guidry trying to get out of this one. Gossage up in the Yankee button as they may look for a 6-out save if needed. Munson sets the target. Guidry to Brower. Here's the pitch. 2-6 single for Brower. That's the first hit off Guidry's point of weakness. So Guidry is 2 hits away or walks. So now here's Fletcher. Let's see if maybe the Rangers will get a runner over and bunt him. He's 0 for 2. I would assume he's like an A bunter. Yankees are bringing Nettles and Chambliss inside the bag. Denton Randolph will go inside for 2 if he hits it up the middle. Let's see if they go. Let's see if they bunt with Fletcher. They do bunt with Fletcher, I think. Or Fletcher squares around. He lays down a great bunt. There's no chance to get him. Runner is going to second. Oh my, Fletcher may have beat the throw to first. It is a 19. So I think they got Fletcher at first. Oh, it's a great play by Nettles. Fletcher nearly beat it out. So Brower's on at second, 1 out. Great little small ball playing by the Rangers. Runner at second, 1 out. Here's Ruben Sierra. O'Brien on deck. We have a righty, lefty, and another righty and Inky. Third up in the hole. Munson sets the target. Guidry from the stretch. Yankees lead by a run, 1-0. Munson sets. Guidry from the stretch. Here it is. Big pitch of this ball game. 4-6, single 1-9. That's a base hit for Sierra. So he gets the 1 star as a result. Brower will go to third, and the Rangers have first and third and 1 out. So now with Pete O'Brien up, a lefty-lefty matchup, the Yankees are going to bring Nettles and Chambliss in at the corners. Dent and Randolph squeezes, trying to go for a double play. The Rangers with a huge opportunity. Munson sets. Guidry from the stretch. Incaviglia on deck. Here's the pitch. 3-5, and that's a base hit for O'Brien. That will tie this game up then some. It's a 12. That's a long single for O'Brien. Brower scores. Sierra will go to third. It's a 1-1 ball game. So with Incaviglia coming up, here comes Billy Martin. He waves a right hand, and we have a pitching change here in Texas. New pitcher number 54 will be Rich Gossage. So Goose comes in. His first appearance. This is opening night. First and third, 1-1 score, 1 out. And again, they're playing the infield, and Gossage hopes to get a big strikeout on Inky here in the 8th. Munson puts down inside the target. Gossage looks in. Here's the pitch to Incaviglia. 210. He hit him with a pitch. He went inside, and Incaviglia got hit. That's the second time that Incaviglia's got hit. And the bases are loaded, 1 out. It brings up Cecil Espy. Bases loaded, 1 out. Rangers trying to win it. Munson sets in the target. Gossage from the Strat. Bases loaded, 1 out. They love something get hit right at somebody. They want to strike out, a line out, or a pop-up. Here it is. 4, 5 struck him out. Good job by Goose. So Goose with a big strikeout as SB down on strikes, and there's 2 outs. A 1-1 tie. Rangers with the bases loaded. 2 outs. And it brings up who I put in this game? Gino Petralli. The difference is he is unclutched son of a bitch. He loses 3 big clutches in the middle of his 2 column. So God said you think this is an advantage. Hopefully he does. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-1 score. Munson sets. Gossage nears in. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch. 2-6. No! Petralli comes in the game and gets a base hit down the line. It's a 3. It will be a double for Petralli. Sierra scores. O'Brien scores. Rangers lead 3-1. As the 88 Rangers have done it. So Petralli knocks in 2 with a double, though both runs are probably charged to Guidry. And now here's Steve Buechele, who's 1 for 3. Gossage kind of chokes one up here on opening night, which I think he did in real life. Munson sets now the target. Gossage looks in. Here's the pitch to Buechele. 4-9 and struck him out. Rangers scored 2. They break in and they get 2. They got 3 in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. 3-1 Rangers. So Jeff Russell stays in the game. I don't think he has a closing rating. So if he gets up a base hit, he can go in as an auto tired here. He does not have a tired. He does not have a closing rating. Munson, Jackson, Chambliss. So if Munson gets on, he could see a reliever for the Rangers. Who was the Ranger closer? Could have been, Mitch Williams? Is it going to be a wild thing? Wild thing, yeah. Mitch Williams, 18 saves, not good, is in the bullpen for the Rangers. So here's Munson, 3-1, Texas in the 9th. Petralli sets the target. Russell looks in, 3-1 Rangers. Munson 5-5, ground ball the second. Good play by Wilkerson and throws them out for out number 1. Here's Reggie Jackson, 0 for 3 of the walk. Yankees trying to maybe get a run back here. Petralli sets down the target. Russell nods. Here's a pitch to Jackson. Fair ball stayed on the tag at 6-12. That could be a deep drive to right field. This could be trouble. 6-12 and in home run. 1-9, 1-12. Jackson is right at the track. Sierra makes the catch. Ooh, and Jeff Russell will come out as a DH rolled to 6-12. That automatically can injure the pitcher. So Russell will come out for a couple days off the injured list. So he has some arm struggles, maybe coming out of spring training too soon. So he'll be pulled. Let's see if we get. Yes, we do. Mitch Williams, the closer, will come in. It is a closing situation. So now here's Chambliss. So Chambliss comes in. Williams 2-7, 18 saves. Rangers will have 2 guys on the DL going forward in this series. So Chambliss, the hitter, 1 for 4. Petralli sets the target. Mitch Williams looks to close it against the Yankees. And here's the pitch to Chambliss. 2-8 and struck him out. And Wild Thing celebrates on the mound. Petralli hugs him and knocks the ball game. The final score is the Texas Rangers 3 and the New York Yankees 1. The big part of this game was the New York Yankees not getting the job done with runners in scoring position as they left 13 on base. Texas left 8. Yankees turned 2 double plays and Texas won. Doubles by Sierra and Petralli. RBIs by Munson, O'Brien, and Petralli had the big 2. For the big hitters of the game, Rivers and Randolph, 2 hits were both 2 for 5. Rivers added a run scored. Piniella 2 for 4. For the Rangers, they had two guys, 2 hits. Brower, 2 for 3, a run scored. Sierra, 2 for 5, a run scored. And then the big hit of the ball game was Gino Petrali, who came in the game and had his first at bat. He hit a 2-run single to put the Rangers ahead. A 3-run eighth. Rangers were ahead, and then combination of Russell and Williams got the last few out. So the Rangers go to 1-0, and the Yankees quickly drop to 0-1. So the 1978 Yankees venture to sports time machines into the wormhole, and 1988 was not a pleasant surprise for them. The Rangers came out and beat them right here on opening night. Thank you, folks. It's been a good one. Thank you for everyone coming in. Gidry pitched a great game. He did, but unfortunately, he took the loss. And he does. So, yes. Thank you so much, Beatles. Thank you for coming in. Again, we're going to have Yankees and different Red Sox games on here. A lot of these games offline, too. So this is a little side project. Thanks, Beatles, for everything. Haven't seen much on there for people posting. So I got to throw up a game here on Friday night. So if I get a chance to, get another upload going, or maybe get another live game later. So talk to you later. Have a good one, Beatles. Thank you so much for coming in.